Alright guys, fridge is cleaned out. Zoe just had a bath. We gotta brush out her hair. There's a cue. And I never thought, oh, I have postpartum depression. Good morning guys. Okay, so it is about 10 o'clock. It's technically not morning, but one of my projects for today is cleaning out the refrigerator, and I'm removing, I don't even know if y'all can see that, I removed all the glass, all the drawers, and I've scrubbed them and disinfected them and all that kind of stuff. I still have to do my door right here. This is something I do probably every 4 to 5 months, is just literally take everything out and scrub and disinfect. And I have a project I'm going to do today with the girls and Narquise. We are going grocery shopping all together and we are going to get like some bins and just a bunch of Ziploc baggies and some snacks, and we're going to try to organize our refrigerator kind of for summer, because one of the things I have definitely realized since the kids have been out of school is that they eat a lot and snacks are a constant issue. We're either running out, they don't know what to grab, or they're constantly asking me what they can eat, and it would be way easier if they had a bin in the refrigerator with pre-made snacks that they can grab on their own and not have to really worry about it, especially since I'm busy with the baby a lot. They're often having to wait for me, or, you know, I don't know, constantly interrupting. So I thought it would be awesome if they just had their own little space, you guys, because let's face it, we all need to simplify our lives a little bit when you have a whole mess of kids. And I'm even going to put some down here on the very bottom shelf, that way Narquise can open the fridge and get some stuff for himself. And I think it's looking really good so far. I don't have the bottom drawers in there, but it's been cleaned, disinfected, scrubbed, all that good stuff, and I still have to do our door. I'm gonna sort through all this and I don't know, get rid of like old salad dressing bottles. Like this will probably need to go. I don't think the date on that's very good anymore. So yeah, that is today's project. Okay, so change of plans. We are not going to the store because we are under a tornado warning. So we are just gonna hang out at home and do grocery shopping tomorrow, which is Saturday. So I'm hoping it's not super rainy and gross tomorrow. But even if it's just rainy, that's fine. Like we can go in the rain. I just didn't want to go out like when it's super gross out. I don't know, like dangerous kind of weather. So I'm having my husband pick up a few things for dinner on his way home, and we'll just do our chores tomorrow, and it's okay. Not a big deal. All right, y'all, I came downstairs to check on the kids, and this is what I found. They have a little gate set up.
2 houses.
And they've got their houses. Narquise is hanging out.
On the soft couch. Mama, can we spend the night in this, please?
Spend the night in it? I don't think he'd be very comfortable.
We don't care. We can sleep right over there and get our blankets and get our... Please.
So we negotiated a day this upcoming week that they can camp out right here, but we're not gonna do it tonight.
And we can keep it up till then.
Yeah, you can keep it up. That's fine. That's totally fine.
Aren't we starting the party?
What party? I've got to go get little Jack.
Well,
He's starting to wake up. Hey, but you're leaving this up for a few days, so if you don't do the party today, we can do it tomorrow. After we get back from the store, maybe. That way it's not so close to bedtime.
Help us set it up.
We'll see. Maybe we can get some snacks for the party tomorrow at the store too.
And maybe we can get some small balloons. And we can...
We'll see. Okay, y'all, so this little boy is starting to wake up. I just made him a bottle. I'm trying not to like disturb him too much because he is about to wake up. I'm going to clean off his changing table because it has just been a crazy day and I have not gotten in here I have a screwdriver right here because I was trying to, like, his little toy that goes on the side of his crib ran out of batteries, so I'm just gonna leave that there. I don't have the batteries though. I looked in our battery drawer and we are completely out of, I think it's like C batteries. Like it's a very uncommon battery, like we don't use them very often, so we just don't have any. Anyway, I've got to get some of those tomorrow. I feel like the kids have adjusted pretty well to our change of plans today. Like they were super excited to go to the grocery store and kind of work on our refrigerator project, but we're just gonna do it tomorrow and that'd be cool. Also, I just put Aiden to bed, you guys, and I realized I haven't even had Aiden in the vlog like a ton, or maybe not even at all the last couple of vlogs. Y'all, that is not intentional. It's just, I don't know, it's just has not been intentional at all. And he's kind of been under the weather. Like he's not sick, but he has a runny nose and he's been running a super low grade fever of like 99.9 or like 99.2, like kind of in the 99 range. He's fine, it's not a big deal, but he was up super early with a little bit of a cough, so I just put him to bed about 45 minutes before his normal bedtime. This little man is definitely waking up. I need to go get him a diaper though, because I don't even have those in here either. Okay, I got a diaper. So I negotiated with the girls for them to do their spend the night thing like out in the open area on Monday night. Well, I know, buddy. I'm such like, sometimes you guys, I'm not a very fun mom. I am kind of a stickler for things. I like the kids to sleep in their own beds. I like them to follow the rules. Anyway, I like things to be predictable and on a schedule, and I like things to kind of not differentiate too much. So I kind of tend to just be like, no, we're not doing that because that's not your bed. But I'm trying to loosen up a little bit. Tonight's really not a good night for them to do it though, because we have like super bad weather and I'd rather them sleep in their rooms. But I'm trying to loosen up a little bit, and so I'm gonna let them do it on Monday. And I told them tomorrow when we're at the store we'll get some snacks and they can have like a movie night down there with Narkees and Aiden, and we'll see. It's okay. It's summer. I need to not be so uptight. Rise and shine and give God the glory, glory. Rise and shine and give God the glory, glory. Rise and shine and give God the glory, glory. Children of the Lord. He's not amused, you guys. He's like, Mom, quit singing, change my diaper, and feed me. Alright, honey, I'm ready. Got stuck in the diaper. A lot of you guys ask about, he's fussing at me. A lot of you guys ask about our cloth diapers and like how they work. I need to do a video on it. I just haven't. So this is one of his cloth diapers. It's just a Bum Genius. And he is on the smallest rise right now. And I just stuff them. They have a waterproof PUL on the inside, so they are 100% waterproof. And then they just snap on like that. Super simple. To me, they're just as easy as disposables. You just have to wash them. Yeah, so you just have to wash them, huh? Let's take off your monitor. It's gonna start beeping at me, you guys. I'm taking this off. I didn't push the base station. And he always sleeps in his little Owlet foot monitor. It monitors his oxygen, or his pulse ox, and his heart rate. So that gives Mommy a little bit of a peace of mind when he's napping or sleeping. So, y'all, it is so hard for me to film like while I'm feeding him. I've had a few of you guys comment as to why I face Jack out like this when I'm feeding him, and that is because he has really bad acid reflux. This is the hold or feeding position that his doctor recommended. It works really great because, as you can see, his neck isn't like bent down like it would be if he was in the crook of my arm, and he's just sitting up straight, and it really helps a lot. I don't know, it's just what works for us. So yeah, that is why he eats facing outward. Also, the person that asked that question also asked an additional question about like postpartum depression, and I wasn't going to really do a video about postpartum depression or anything like that, but I feel like it might be important for me to talk about it maybe a little bit. So yes, I do definitely have experience. I wish my closet door wasn't open. I don't know why that was bugging me so much. Oh well, I can't reach the door to close it. Anyway, I do have experience with postpartum depression. I am currently on medication for postpartum depression. I have no shame in saying that, or, you know, admitting that, or whatever. I think that too many women do find it very shameful, and they feel judged, and they feel like they can't talk about it, or like it's not normal, or so many other different emotions that go into it. So for me personally, when I had Zoe 8 years ago, she was my first baby, I had postpartum depression so bad, you guys. I cried all the time. I felt awful. And I never thought, oh, I have postpartum depression, because I never had those thoughts of, oh, I'm going to hurt my baby. Those thoughts never crossed my mind. And at the time, I thought that's what postpartum depression was. I thought it was moms who wanted to hurt their baby. They didn't want to be a parent. They were overwhelmed. And while that can be the case, like while you can have those emotions and you can feel that way, that wasn't what I personally was experiencing. So I assumed, because I wasn't experiencing that I just didn't have it. So I never went to the doctor. I never got diagnosed. So for over a year and a half, I was miserable. I was just moping around the house. I couldn't do anything. I felt overwhelmed constantly. I had social anxiety so bad. I wouldn't leave the house. I wouldn't even answer my phone. I wouldn't talk on the phone. I wouldn't call people. I basically isolated my daughter and myself in our house. My marriage suffered for it. I feel like my bonding with Zoe suffered for it. And it was just a really, really hard time. So when I got pregnant with Piper, I kind of mentally in my head was like, okay, like, we're gonna kind of be on the lookout for this. But even when I had Piper, again, I got pregnant with Piper when Zoe was 2. And then when Zoe was almost 3 is when she was born. So I kind of was on the lookout for it, but still, I didn't mention it to my doctor. I didn't say anything to my doctor. At that time, still, I'm thinking, okay, postpartum depression is when you want to hurt your baby, or you want to harm yourself, or something like that. That was never the case for me. For me, it was always self-loathing, or social anxiety, or feeling angry for no real reason. And again, Piper was born, and I didn't have it as bad as I did with Zoe, so I thought I didn't have it at all. So, ooh, you're tooting. So again, I went a good 2 years after Piper was born, not feeling good and kind of suffering for it, and being in this like on and off depression and anxiety, and, you know, just really kind of down. And let me tell you guys, post-adoption depression, that's also a thing. Like, it's just constant and sudden changes that come upon your family. And it's normal, and it's okay to feel that way. When it's not okay is when you don't seek help. So when I was pregnant with Jack, I definitely was more mentally aware. Okay, I was able to recognize what postpartum depression was, and I realized that it didn't always mean, oh, I want to harm my child. That's not always what it is. It can mean so many different things. It can be anxiety, it can be feeling overwhelmed, or feeling like, you know, you just can't do something, or just crying all the time. You know, there's a normal hormonal after a baby is born, and then there's a not so normal. So if you ever feel off, or you feel like you're not yourself after a baby, don't be afraid to go tell your doctor. Like, talk to your doctor about it. Before I even had Jack, I mentioned to my doctor that I had postpartum issues in the past, and I was like, I'm not going to go through that this time. Like, I want to seek help for this. So as soon as Jack was born, I was put on medication for it, and I've been doing really great. I've had moments, of course, since Jack has been born. I'm not perfect, y'all. I'm human. I am a human being. I am not a perfect mom. I am not perfect at anything that I do. And I've definitely had moments of feeling super down after Jack was born. But I'm okay. Like, I feel way better than I did with my last 2 pregnancies, and I'm doing good, and I'm super thankful that I did seek help this time, because postpartum depression can come in all different types and sorts, and everyone can feel a different way. And if you do have those thoughts of harming your child or harming yourself, you need to seek help. Like, that's normal. That's a normal thing with postpartum depression. It doesn't mean you're a bad mom. It doesn't mean you didn't want this. It doesn't mean you don't want to be a parent. It just means that you need to get some help. And the medication that they can get you on is very, very helpful. Seeking counseling can also be very helpful and beneficial. If you go talk to a counselor once or twice a week, that can really help you get your problems out and kind of, I don't know, streamline your thoughts a little bit. Y'all, pregnancy's hard. Having a baby is hard. It takes, even though Jack is my 5th child, it still takes the world that you knew and flips it on its ear. And that's a tough thing to cope with. That's a hard adjustment to deal with. I went from sleeping nice and peacefully through the night to being up 2 or 3 times every single night. And just the lack of sleep alone can be very trying and very, very difficult. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about it. I didn't want to sit here and pretend like, oh, I've never had an experience with postpartum depression. All my pregnancies have been perfect. And no way, of course not. Like, I have definitely experienced it. And I'm thankful this time that I sought medication to help me cope with it. And I'm not ashamed to say that I do take medication to help me cope with postpartum depression. I feel like in the past, I definitely would have seen that as a super, super shameful thing. And I didn't want people to know. Like, I didn't want my husband to know. I didn't want friends or family to know. Like, I tried to hide it, and I probably didn't hide it very well. Like, I'm pretty sure they could tell. But yeah. Anyway, just a word of advice. Don't suffer. Don't let yourself go through that if you don't have to. You are a good mom. It's okay that you feel this way. And I promise you, your doctor is not going to look at you and be like, oh my gosh, you're a terrible mother because you have these issues or you're having these thoughts. That's not the case. You know, they get it all the time. My doctor hears it all the time about moms who have this problem, and I'm sure he had rather moms come to him and say, hey, I need this medication, than them be miserable. Because that's, at the end of the day, especially if you are having those thoughts of suicide or those thoughts of harming your child, that's endangering your child and yourself. So get help. Don't be ashamed. That's all I'm going to say about it. Anyway, I've got to birth this little guy. Oh goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, little baby. Anyway, also, I'm sure you guys are probably maybe already commented, like, did you get a new tattoo? I did. I got a new tattoo. I was going to film it again. I went to a totally different place to get it, and I left my camera in the car. And then I got in there and there was this other girl trying to film, and the guy that was tattooing her said, oh, no filming in here. So I was like, oh, well, you know, I didn't bring my camera in anyway. But anyway, I don't know if I can show you guys while I have a little baby. But it is of roses and a trumpet. And the lady that was tattooing me, she's like, in my 20 years of tattooing, this is the first time I've ever done a trumpet. So I was like, yes, I've got something unique. I really like it though. It's kind of signifies the beginning for me. My husband and I met when I was in marching band in high school, and I played the trumpet for 8 years, and it was just such an awesome time in my life, you guys. I loved band. I loved high school. I had a lot of fun. That was a really fun time in my life. And we went on a lot of really cool trips, and I just think of it kind of as the beginning, you know. That's when I met my husband, and we started this crazy journey together. And who would have thought that almost, oh my gosh, I'm gonna feel old now. Oh wow, is it like 15 years? Does that make me seem old? That almost 15, 16 years later, we're married with 5 beautiful children, and you know, we've just been through a lot of awesome things together, and I can't wait to see what the future holds, because I love my husband very much, and I think of him, and he actually picked out this tattoo, like he kind of designed it, and the roses obviously signify love, like just a lovely time in my life. So I definitely love it, and it is the start of my sleeve, you guys. I am committing. I am doing a full sleeve, which is a scary thing to do, but life's too short, right? Life's too short to sit and worry and feel like, oh, moms can't have tattoos, or oh, I shouldn't do this, or oh, it's against the Bible, or you know, all of these things. If this is something I want to do, I'm gonna do it. My only regret is that it's taken me 31 years to have this kind of self-confidence, because I've always thought, oh, well, I'm gonna wait till I'm skinnier, or I'm gonna wait till I have all this money, or I'm gonna wait till, or someday maybe. And someday maybe may never come. You know, if I keep that attitude, it's always going to be someday. Sometimes you just gotta jump and do it. Life's too short to live in fear and not do what you love. Eat the cake, drink the wine, you know, do what you want to do. Maybe not drink the wine. Don't drink too much wine. Oh, buddy. He's so sweet, you guys. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go. I'm sorry you guys did not get to see the kids today, except for little Jack. It's just been one of those days, and our plans kind of got turned on their ear a little bit because we didn't get to go to the store or do our little project or anything. So hopefully that's on the agenda for tomorrow. But I got a lot done today. I got my fridge cleaned out. I got my kitchen clean. I got a lot of laundry done, and I've got 5 happy kids. So good day in my book. Anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. I hope you guys are all doing awesome. Don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up. Comment down below if you're not subscribed already. Click that subscribe button. We would love for you to join the Killin' Clan fam. And we will talk to you guys tomorrow. Don't forget, you guys, always live to inspire. Bye all.